What's up, everybody? It's Kenny Cummins here. You're chilling with Kenny C right here on TMVCafe.com. And let's just call this part two of my guest who I had on the show a little over a week ago. He For the first interview we did, we focused mostly on him, what he's been up to, what he has on the horizon, and now for part two, he has linked up with a hip hop artist from California by the name of Loki Loco. They got a project together that's coming out next week, and to discuss this is the homie Big O. He's back all the way from the UK. What's good, man?
Not much, man. Thanks for having me on the show again.
Yeah,
Had fun last time. Let's do it again, man.
yeah. So here we are, part two with Big O. He's the producer, making all the beats. So for part two, we're focusing on this project you and Loki has been working on. Y'all did it. Y'all have collaborated in the past. Y'all did
Yeah.
a project a few years back, and here y'all are linking up once again. So talk about how did you two meet? How did y'all linked up with each other? What led to the collaborations that y'all been doing?
I mean, me and Loki, we known each other for a long time. We went to college together, believe it or not. So we linked up in like late 2008, early 2009. We took some classes together. We just hit it off. We've been homies ever since. And it was also the first person I smoked with. And it was a bad experience because I wasn't high. But, everybody else was. I ain't feel shit. And when I say I ain't feel nothing, I don't mean like in a bad way or, high or anything. But it just wasn't for me. But, me and him, we always clicked. We always had good musical conversations. Had, pretty much the same taste. But we've been talking about music for the longest. And I remember when I went down to LA, moved down there briefly. He was already in the midst of working on his debut album. It was a self-titled album called Loki Loco, and I gave him a track that I did that was really really old, but he really liked it, and it ended up on his debut album called All the Time. And as the years progressed, we decided to do an EP. Because 2020 people on lockdown and stuff, and we just wanted to do something to put it out there. So we came up with Ocean Grown, and the title came from his favorite strain of weed out there in LA. So um, we did that. It was just 6 tracks, just something short and sweet. And then since we got a nice little buzz from it, we decided to work on a full length project. So we decided to work on a direct sequel from Ocean Grown, and we called it Ocean Waves. And it's a direct follow up. You can tell from the album artwork. When you listen to it, you're gonna hear some callbacks to the EP. It's really a sequel to that project, and it's coming out on Tuesday next week.
All right, it's coming out Tuesday of next week. Make sure you get that. Big O, Loki, back at it again. Getting the ocean feels per se.
Yeah.
So next Tuesday, Big O, Loki Local, next week. So get ready for the follow up. I think in the first interview we did, we have talked about producers that has inspired you per se. Now, as it pertains to you and Loki, we go back to many years of hip hop when you always had that artist and that producer, and like
Yeah.
what you're gonna get. Guys like a Dre and Snoop,
Yeah.
a guy or guys like Mob Deep, Alchemist,
Yeah.
just a few, man. How would you describe the chemistry you have with Loki that kind of makes y'all gel, that makes things work between you two? How would you describe the chemistry?
I mean, the chemistry is it's kind of like a family chemistry, like a big bro, little bro type of thing, and because we known each other for so many years, um, it just came natural. Nothing forced. Um, may bump heads a little bit on what a certain person wants on the project, but that's normal when it comes to these type of things. But it was our relationship is solid because it goes deeper than just music. It's literally friendship. I mean, we known each other for so long. It just natural with us. So it's more like a family bond a little bit.
Yeah, man, just having that camaraderie between the two, and it all comes down together. What it
Yeah,
boils down to, and it's always good having that connection because it goes beyond the music. Is friends, you know each other's families, grow up with each other, whether you went to school or whether you linked up at a show or whatever. It resonates um, when y'all put this music out. So um, it's fun, man. I did listen to the first project just to get a feel,
yeah.
just to get a glimpse of what to expect on album on this next project. So, and I fell in love with it, man. I feel like the beats definitely was on point. Loki, um, fit well with those beats. His flow, his cadence fit well with the beats. So it felt pretty good, man. So I'm excited about this project. Be on the lookout for it for next week. So in the first interview, I asked you like some of your favorite producers. And this one, in this case, since this interview is kind of focusing more on the chemistry between an artist and a producer. Like
Yeah.
as a music listener yourself, um, who are some of your favorite producer artist combos? The guys that they're gonna come up with something special. Like who's some of your favorite artist slash producer combos that you have listened to throughout the years?
I mean, for me, it's still gonna go back to the '90s,
Yeah,
and right now. So of course, Gangstar,
yeah,
what Primo and Guru did, that's just beautiful, man. Like just right off the bat, and Dre and Snoop, it's like come on, Doggy Style is just out of this world, and I can't get enough of it. Another one for me, um, even though these are nine MCs, the show Wu Tang, what RZA did for the Wu Tang is is crazy. Like Enter the 36 Chambers, I'll take that album and put that up against anything. I can listen to it front to back. What RZA did on that album is just out of this world. And for like recent, more recent stuff, for me, Ye and Pusha T, because I love the hell out of Daytona, and I like his half of It's Almost Dry, and I also love what Hit Boy and Nas is doing. Like when they get in the studio and they lock in, is insane, and that's the type of stuff that inspires me to lock in with an artist. Like those particular combos, that shit does it for me.
yeah. Gangstar, DJ Premier, for some reason I've always thought he was from New York, but he's actually from
I did,
Texas.
yeah,
He
Houston.
wear he
I,
wear he wears the Yankees hat a lot now, and his beats are totally different. Of sounds New York esque, boom bap, Houston, and then I found out he's from Texas,
yeah, when I
man.
found out about that, that blew my mind too. Uh, Same thing with Guru. If I'm not mistaken, he from Boston.
Yeah,
If I'm not mistaken, yeah,
yeah, yeah. So and of course, I like the Gangstar projects. I also like the stuff that he did with Royce, with the Primes albums that
yeah,
they did. So, um, yeah, I mean, just that, it's just good that regardless of what hip hop has have come and how far it has come since then, you still get that connection between the artist and producer. Now,
yeah,
obviously, a lot of artists are gonna go with multiple producers, and that's cool. I mean, that's fine. Like you wanna, evolve yourself per se. But when you get that, when you in this, I will say Pusha T, that album he put out last year, that had to be my favorite album of the year.
it was my favorite. It was
Um,
my favorite too.
I think,
Because when I was listening to it, it felt like even though it's Pusha T's album, it
yeah,
felt like a beat battle between Pharrell and Ye.
yeah,
Like who's gonna give the best records?
yeah,
And they was really trying to one up each other on it.
yeah, yeah. For man, it's like obviously he's kind of moved on to other things. It's kind of feel like he's not very active
Yeah,
music wise, but when he his contributions to that album was just a reminder, like skateboard P. He still got some beats left in him. Him and Chad.
yeah,
Neptunes. Easily just man from the 90s to 2000, 2010s, every decade, probably since the 90s, they gave you that mind blowing songs that you still think about. Like when you hear the boom, 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 boom.
oh yeah, it's the sounds that Pharrell used that it's like, damn, where you get this shit from? Yeah, it's like it's it's those little accents that makes the beats. A lot of people don't realize us producers when we put little drops, little accents in the beats. It's like we're
Yeah,
trying to create something that's gonna grab your attention even more.
yeah, man.
And you,
Gravitate. Yeah,
yeah, so Pharrell does it, Alchemist does it, Ye does it, Madlib does it. I love when they put those certain little accent drops in it,
yeah,
and I remember with me listening to that, I kind of got addicted to it a little bit. I started going between records and looking for like weird sounds that I can just throw into my beats. So I feed off things like that.
yeah, man. Just the creativity that it
Yeah,
takes for a producer to put these beats out the way they want to. And it's man, I can only imagine just being in a studio working on these beats. um Obviously for artists they just write words and just trying to find the right beat, and that's for the producer, like man, i I gotta make this right, you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So but salute to the producers, man, for their they are the soundtrack, not just the hip hop but the music, man. They help make these imaginations come to life, music wise. Um
Exactly.
so producers, man, shout out to y'all, man. So Big O and Loki Loco got this project coming out next week. Follow up to the previous project, and for people that's been anxiously awaiting for it, it is coming next Tuesday from the UK to the US. It's gonna be a magnificent project. So make sure y'all tune in to that. Uh, so man, as far as this project, man, it's ocean. It's
Yeah,
just it's everybody. It seems like music and movies go hand in hand as far
yeah,
as
that's true.
as far as coming up with sequels or follow-ups. Some people
Yeah,
kind of, as far as just looking back at this project and with its, what's the feeling you get for a project like this with just days away before it's released? What's that feeling you get? Okay, man, this really about to come out. This really about to drop. What's that feeling like for you?
and it's excitement. It's like a kid waking up on Christmas because you know you anxious to see what the fans gonna think of it. You're anxious to see what the blog's gonna think of it with the write ups and the reviews. You're just wondering how it's going to be received. So when you got a project that's about to come out, especially when you worked on it and you worked on it for a number of years, you get really really excited. You get nervous because it's you're gonna always have in the back of your mind, damn, what if the fans don't like it? What if the blogs and the reviewers don't like it? All of that's gonna run through you. If anybody say anything otherwise, they're lying. But it's a strange but wonderful feeling.
Yeah, man. Just the anxious, just
Yeah,
curiosity, as far as having this project out, because you two put a lot of work into this,
yeah,
and countless hours, and
years.
years, everything. Technology definitely has evolved. It feels like artists that they don't even have to be in the same room anymore. You can just, send the files in via Zoom or whatever platform people use. And people have busy schedules, obviously. So
That's true.
that kind of plays a role into it. So technology helps, man. Especially if you're an artist, link, having that the time to make this happen. So I love it. I love just whatever it takes to get this music out. It's gonna be very satisfying. Come Tuesday of next week. This is an incredible project. Shout out to Loki. Um, he wasn't able to make it, but we'll get in touch with him at some point. Um, but I'm gonna be glued in on Tuesday.
Yeah, man.
Getting home for work, get the groceries done, and then I'm gonna be home, put the groceries in the refrigerator, and then I'm gonna be glued into this project. I think I've already pre-saved it already, so
Appreciate it.
I'm ready for this project to come
Yeah.
out. So, uh, but man, Big O, it's been good talking to you, having these chats with you, and different time zones. Obviously, it's getting it's pretty late out there in the United Kingdom by now, at least close to it. I know it's almost 6:30 p.m. Eastern
Yeah. So
here
it's
in the
it's almost
yeah.
almost 11:30.
Yeah, so
But
I gotta give props to you. I gotta give props to Ron Marshall. Cause like man, ever since I linked up with him, he's giving me guess after guess after guess. And next thing you know, man, I'm building these friendships and things like that. So but just having you here, man, you being a trooper and getting and staying up this late, man. I appreciate your time. I don't want to waste your time at all. So I hope
oh, it's
that
nothing, man.
yeah,
It's nothing. As long as I can be on the platform and talk to you about what I love to do,
yeah,
I'm happy. So whenever you want me on the show, it's never gonna be a no. You know what I mean?
yeah.
I'm always come through.
And thank you all, man. Go ahead again, let the people know you, Loki, the project, Ocean is Ocean Wave. That's it.
Yeah.
Ocean
Ocean
Wave.
Waves.
Ocean Waves, the name of the project, Big O Loki Loco coming out next Tuesday. Make sure you pre-save it. Make sure you purchase it. The album's gonna be there once come Tuesday. But if you wanna get the dibs before everybody else, that pre-order,
Yeah, just go
pre-saving.
pre-order it.
Yeah,
You
so
know,
pre-order.
pre-order,
Yeah, it definitely
pre-order,
help.
listen.
Yeah,
You know, you'll help us out. You know, share if you care.
yeah.
So
Spread the word.
yes,
And just so you know, man, I'm doing this Music Monday stuff. I'm gonna be having some playlists like every first Monday of the month, starting in April. I'm
all
going
right.
to have like a hip hop R&B playlist, and it's gonna feature just nothing but indie artists across the country. And since you've been on the show twice in the last 10 days,
Hey, I
you
appreciate it.
you and Loki are on there. Uh,
Hey, I appreciate it, man. And you know, even though I'm way over here, shit, the U.S. still my home. That's home, man. You know, I still rep my home no matter where I go.
yeah, yeah, absolutely, man. Thank you so much for your time. Ocean Waves, name of the project, Big O, Loki Loco, coming to you next Tuesday. Tune in and go check it out. You got any final words to the people, man?
Man, final words. Tuesday, just ride the wave, man.
Walk the way, man. Get those emojis ready. Get the
Yeah,
emojis in. Uh, Thank you for your time, man, and best of success goes out to you both for the remainder of 2023, aka the Jordan year, man. Go best of success to you, bro.
thank you. And I got so much coming.
He's got
So
more.
much.
He's got more.
So much more.
If you missed the previous interview, go look it back up on YouTube and youtube.com/chill broadcaster. Hit the subscribe button. Help out your boy. Trying to get those subscribe numbers up. So that will be totally appreciated. That's gonna conclude the interview for Big O. I'm Kenny C. We're signing off. Thank you all for listening. Enjoy the rest of your week. And as always, stay chill.